Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're testing patchouli. I recently got a bunch, and I mean 50 new materials from Perfumer's Apprentice and Liberty Natural. Very excited about the Perfumer's Apprentice haul because I got common ones like Lifarome, Bois Iris, Levistamel, 25% in TEC. Some stuff, ethyl cyclopenolone, just ethyl cyclopentenolone, I think that's what it is. Anyway, lots of stuff I'm just very excited to try. But today, I've got 10 patchoulis. I had a large order from Liberty Natural, and I have no idea what to expect. I don't know if they create their own essential oil, if they basically contract and they just, I don't know, wholesale it from another supplier. I'm not sure. But what I have is let me move my mouse. I've got 10. All of these are from different companies, and I need to double check. One of these, Patchouli Absolute, I have. I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure where I got this. Oh, it's from Robertet. Okay, I got to write that down. So we have Patchouli Absolute from Robertet. I've got patchouli from Indonesia from Liberty Natural. Here we go. I've got Patchouli Dark, which is from, I don't know where it is. I got this from Perfumer's Apprentice. I know what it smells like. The ones from Liberty Natural, I have no idea what they smell like. They're going to be brand new. But I've got Patchouli Dark from Perfumer's Apprentice. There's a Patchouli Dark from Liberty Natural, a Patchouli Dark Aged from Liberty Natural, again, the Patchouli Indonesia. Then we have Patchouli Fraction B from Robertet, Patchouli Heart SFE from Firmenich, Patchouli MD, which is molecular distillation, molecular distilled, also from Liberty Naturals. Then I've got two more. Patchouli crystals and Clearwood. Again, I believe Clearwood is a Firmenich product. Let's double check, why not? Firmenich. So what I'm going to start is I'm going to start with the fragrances, the smells that I actually know. I know Patchouli Dark from Perfumer's Apprentice. This was the first patchouli I ever got, and I loved it. It was not what I expected. I don't know what I expected. I don't have many scent memories with patchouli, like smelling hippies at Woodstock type of thing. I know maybe I was thinking of smelling kind of a crystal shop, where there's always incense and essential oils. I was kind of expecting that, but when I first got Patchouli Dark from Perfumer's Apprentice, I was blown away. Blown away. This is not what I expected. This is gorgeous. It's rich. It's smooth. There's patchouli. It's patchouli. But it's so rich. Chocolatey. I love it. Absolutely love it. Mix it with some vanilla, some benzoyl salicylate. Ooh, maybe a little, amber wood or amber extreme. I don't know, ambroxan. You've just got a nice little mixture. Patchouli Dark. Whew, love this. Patchouli Dark from Perfumer's Apprentice. The next one that I picked up was Patchouli Heart. This is a Firmenich product. I didn't know what to expect. It's light colored. I believe they use CO2. I think this is a CO2 extract product. Got this from Perfumer Supply House. Didn't know what to expect with this because remember, I'm primed with Patchouli Dark from Perfumer's Apprentice. Perfumer Supply House giving me some Firmenich Patchouli Heart. Okay. I get that same herbal patchouli quality, a little cleaner, a little less depth, a little less chocolate. But it's still, it's nice, it's gorgeous. If I walked into a crystal shop with essential oils and incense, but I smelled this, yeah, this is good. It comes off as a little bit greener, but it's straightforward. It's a clear, nice patchouli. Then patchouli fraction. Patchouli fractions B. I think this was Robertet. This is the third patchouli I bought. Mind you, again, I just picked up 4 new ones. So patchouli fractions. I thought, okay, maybe it's going to be patchouli. It's going to have a different facet. It's a lot like Patchouli Heart. In that, I don't get the chocolatey depth, that earthiness that I get in Patchouli Dark. It's coming off as a little bit sweeter too. It's still clear, clean up top. A nice woody kind of herbaceous, not camphor, linalool acetate herbaceous. Just like you're smelling just like you're smelling a plant. It smells like a plant. But anyway, this is clean. This is wonderful. You can't go wrong with any of these. With these 3. Okay. The last one that I purchased, not including Patchouli, which I got from, again, Perfumer's Apprentice, and Clearwood, which comes out of Firmenich, was the Patchouli Absolute. This is another Robertet product. It's not clear, transparent. It's got a little color to it. This is a 10% dilution, by the way. All of these are 10% dilutions. Gotta let it breathe. Usually when I'm smelling an absolute versus an essential oil, I'm expecting more depth, more richness. It's typically just where my brain goes. That might be way off, but this is just where my brain goes. Okay. It is just that, actually. I haven't used this much in any formulations. Most of the time when I'm doing formula studies, they're asking for patchouli, just patchouli, which I put in Patchouli Dark, or they'll explicitly ask for Patchouli Light. Occasionally they'll ask for Patchouli Heart. I almost never see patchouli fractions. This is interesting. It's got a buttery feel to it. Still patchouli. Still clean. Doesn't have the chocolatey base, but it's a little creamy. It's a little buttery. Boy. These 4. These 4 were my first introduction to patchouli. So let's start with, and then Clearwood. Let's get it out of the way. Clearwood. Clearwood is patchouli for people who don't like patchouli. Believe it gives you the same feel in your nose. It's got that same herbal, herbaceous woodness. Again, not camphor, not linalool acetate. It's not like you're smelling clary sage or, mint or anything, but it smells like a plant. This is clean. It's clean. It's just like that clean, pointed top that you get out of patchouli. Much more subtle. And this is nice. I have seen Clearwood in many formulations. It's almost like when you want to get a patchouli note or a little bit of patchouli addition without all that complexity and perhaps muddiness that might contribute to your fragrance, you might go with clearwood. It is subtle though. It's much more subtle, at least right off the strip. Sometimes if I give it 10 minutes to an hour, the smells develop. That patchouli absolute is just throwing me. I'm getting like popcorn. I'm getting like popcorn out of this. Anyway, patchouli fractions B. Again, getting back to the patchouli fractions, it's almost like I'm getting a little Javanol. Almost a little sandalwood on there. Patchouli heart, just a touch greener, a little more green. And patchouli dark, earthy, warm, chocolatey. Just wonderful. Okay, we're getting into it. Patchouli dark. Back to patchouli dark, but this one is from Liberty Natural. So I've never smelled this. Don't know what to expect. Okay, it's not as dark as the stuff from Perfumer's Apprentice, which is sad. But oh well. We'll let that breathe for a minute. And then we have patchouli dark aged. I didn't check on the details, like how much is it aged? Don't know. Also, not very dark. And then while we're at it, let's get the last patchouli. This is just patchouli from Indonesia. It's not dark, doesn't say light, but I do know the color is much lighter. The color is lighter than the dark patchouli. So we'll let those breathe, and we'll start with the patchouli dark from Liberty Natural. This is more like crystal shop incense. This is what I smell. It's very different between the Perfumer's Apprentice dark patchouli. When I used to live in San Francisco, I would go on a run from my office in the financial district down to the Golden Gate Bridge. It was a great 10-mile loop. But when I got down close to the Golden Gate Bridge, I would always see this building that had steam coming out of it. And to me, it smelled like peas, like someone was boiling peas. I learned out later it was a brewery. I don't know if it was Anchor Steam or what it was, but it was a brewery and they were brewing. I get that vibe in this dark patchouli. That same kind of centered, like you're boiling a wort. A wort is the juice that you're boiling to make beer. It's still patchouli, but it doesn't have that deep, rich, earthy chocolatiness that the Perfumer's Apprentice stuff has. Okay, noted. How about the dark aged? Where do we stand with this? Okay. A touch darker, a touch richer, more subtle. Maybe it's heavier. It's not really coming off the strip as much as the other stuff is. This is also at a 10% dilution. Getting hints of vanilla. I'm still not getting that chocolatey earthiness, which I love. It's almost like freshly, it's like soil. Ah, man, I just love that. All right, anyway, back to Liberty Natural. Yeah, it is definitely, it's darker, it's richer, but I'm still getting that brewery smell in it. It's a little fuller, but it's also the fuller when it comes in your nose, but it is gentle. Maybe there's heavier molecules in here. Let's finish up with patchouli, just straight patchouli from Indonesia. Okay, that's patchouli incense. This is what you smell when you go around San Francisco at I don't know, a reggae fest. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Up until this moment, I said I didn't have any scent memories with patchouli, just maybe associations from like media, whatever. This triggers a scent memory. This is how do I say? Dark patchouli from Perfumer's Apprentice. Patchouli Heart. Patchouli Fractions. Patchouli Absolute from Firmenich Robertet. Those are perfume ingredients. Patchouli Indonesia from Liberty Natural smells like an essential oil. But not necessarily like a perfumery ingredient. That's the best way I can put it. Now, I have not put this in a formula. I can't speak to how this will blend. But if you go, ooh, you know what would be great? A fragrance where you literally brand it as Reggae Fest or Crystal Shop or whatever, where you're actually going for this smell. This is different though. It is very different. Now, coming back to the aged dark and the dark. I still get the same vibe. I get the same vibe, but to a much more subdued degree. The dark aged ain't bad. It ain't bad. It's rich. It's heavier. It's like the way you smell a musk. It doesn't pop in your nose the way citronellol does. The molecules are just heavier. So, okay, interesting. We got two more. Patchouli MD, molecular distilled or molecular distillation from Liberty Natural. And then we've got Patchoulol from Perfumer's Apprentice. Patchoulol, terrible with pronunciation, is one of the main, if not the main, constituent in patchouli oil. It is the smell of patchouli, but you know it can be separated or isolated and then just sold. But they come as crystals. It comes as a solid. Let's try the Patchouli MD. Okay, I like this. Okay, that's much more straightforward. I'm not getting the hippie vibe. I can't help but laugh smelling this. Lord. Okay, I'm not going to use that ever, I don't think. Okay, the Patchouli MD, yeah, it's this is nice. It's like we're almost to patchouli dark with that richness. But yeah, okay, that ain't bad. Last up, Patchoulol. This reminds me of Clearwood. Clearwood's a little brighter, maybe a little more top end, but it's subtle. Patchoulol. It's more woody. I'm not getting the complexity. The complex bouquet that comes with an essential oil or absolute. It is more straightforward. But it's straightforward. It's clean, woody. It's patchouli. But just direct. Maybe with a larger lean towards the wood, the wood smell. I like this Patchouli MD. Not bad. I'm going to have to experiment with this. All right. I think moral of the story. Interesting. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the Patchouli Indonesia. I'm just getting peas or wort, boiling wort, like I'm going through a beer factory. Patchouli dark. Okay. A little bit more chocolatey, or the aged dark, a little more chocolatey. And this patchouli dark is becoming more like the just normal patchouli. Interesting. I like the Patchouli MD. Yep. I like the Patchouli MD. And the Patchoulol. I like that. Oh. But I can't. Oh boy. The Patchouli fractions. Wow. The Patchouli heart. And the Patchouli dark. Those just, they just bring a smile to my face. Anyway, 10 patchoulis. All of them different. All of them also so similar. And I'll have to do some experimentation, see how they work in formulas. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and until next time.